maybe Shanna saddled her. She doesn't seem too bothered.
She said she did.
Oh, she said she did? Oh, no. No, was this all in here working her for nothing?
It wasn't for nothing.
Could have been ronking it out already.
So Henson just got this horse in today. She's a little filly that hasn't been ridden at all. So let's see how day one goes for her. I'm gonna kind of stand in here with Henson. I don't usually do this, but in case he wants to talk, we'll be able to hear him.
In case you want to get ran over.
No, I'm gonna stay like glue onto you.
Oh, well, if I jump this way, you better be like ahead of me, because she might jump on you. She doesn't mind coming to you, so if she goes somewhere, it could be on you.
Okay. So when Henson gets a horse in like this, he usually can tell what the owner has done or not done so far.
Yeah,
he can tell if a saddle's been on. He can tell if a bit's been in their mouth. He can tell how you hold them when you halter and lead them. He can tell
yeah, she's pretty nice.
A lot of stuff.
You can tell if they haven't been handled. Yeah, handled too much.
Yeah, if they've been handled or handled too much.
She said she hasn't handled her, but I mean, she's not too much, but it seems like what she did was pretty good. She responsive. She won't just drag you around or try to drag you around. Moves off of pressure kind of things.
Will she back up in this halter?
I didn't try that yet, but yeah, I think so. Well, she backed her out of the trailer. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, when she backed her out, like, look at that.
Okay, some horses come and they can't even back up with the halter on, and
well, some come and haven't been touched, so
sometimes that's
good. They just
good.
run them out of the trailer.
That's good sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, how can we do that? That's how ours are. So, and she wasn't bothered by the rope, like swing the rope, and yeah. So she either she swung the rope on her, or not on her, but around her.
Did she face you pretty good to be caught?
Yeah, she faced good, and usually that's a big deal. You can tell some have been in the round pen, and they just run around and around, have their head out, and they ain't gonna face you. Their head's totally to the outside the whole time, and whenever they turn, it's always to the heads up. We're gonna.
Okay, I'm gonna move out a little bit. I'm just gonna don't talk. Hold your thoughts till later. There's a tarp in here too that Henson likes to lay down so they can jump over it, walk on it, whatever they want to do. You threw your good saddle on her. You must trust her.
I didn't bring the other one.
Usually the first time he saddles a horse, he'll throw on one of his older saddles in case the horse runs a little bit too close to those railroad ties and rubs the stirrups or something like that. So this is his nice saddle. Hopefully it doesn't get ruined. The owner said she's saddled her a couple times, but you just never know. You can tell Henson's in there being cautious. He doesn't want to stand directly in front of the horse in case she jumps forward. He's always off to the side of her. And he wants to get her to move out in case she takes a few steps and wants to hump up. She doesn't seem too bothered. There she goes. A little forward motion there. And you can hear Lincoln. He thinks he's helping. running around and around. Okay, he's gonna send her around without a halter. Yo! I don't think she's trying to be nasty and kick on purpose. She's just kind of being silly, having fun. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. I'm not a professional. He wants her to keep going in that same direction. Until he asks her to change directions, then she can go the other way. He's waiting for her to come and face him. She's not wanting to. Well, at least she came to the inside there. There she goes.
Your face is good.
Yeah?
Kinda wants to play.
Yeah, that's what I said. She kind of seemed like she was being more playful than anything.
Well, she's too big to play like that.
She's too big to play all the time anymore. It's work. It's work time.
To kick you.
Lincoln loves round pen time. You can tell by his track. Goes all the way around. Oh, boy. We don't have much daylight left. So this little mare will be with us for 90 days. Well, 90 rides. Henson will ride these young ones that come in about 5 to 6 times a week. It's good to be super consistent with these young ones. He's not necessarily wanting her feet to move, but if she moves, that's totally fine. He kind of just wants her to get desensitized to that rope. not be afraid of that rope swinging around her, by her, being on her. If you go back to our videos and watch where he worked with Vixen for the first few days, he's doing the exact same thing with her, with this one here. Vixen actually is back in training. She has been ridden, I think, kind of consistently for about 2 or 3 weeks now. And look at this guy. Here's Czar. He's not pinned up. He's just roaming around and he's coming to visit. Yeah, I'll put him away. Let me get this guy put away. We're losing our daylight here. Some of you might know the sire of this little mare. Her sire is called Firewater Fooler. That's his registered name. He is a stallion that stands here in Arizona and had a very successful barrel racing career. So this horse is bred to perform, to be very athletic. And she's gray, just like her daddy. Henson doesn't even have his boots. I don't know if he'll get on her. If he does, he'll put boots on. Are you gonna get on her?
Yeah.
You want me to get your boots for you?
What?
Your boots?
I don't have my boots.
Oh, I didn't bring them.
I wear boots on.
Sometimes you get so busy you forget to bring your boots.
I just wear leggings.
He's gonna put his leggings on. Getting dark, guys. Kind of seems like the video quality is better the more I zoom in, but hopefully we can get done here pretty quick. It's actually darker than it looks on the screen. So he wants to get her feet moving, but he doesn't want to give her too much of her head because she could just drop it between her legs and we could have a rodeo. So he kind of wants to maintain some control by having that short, I don't know, lead in that halter. I don't know if that's how you describe it.
Yeah, I don't need to get her to go anywhere just yet. If you get her to think, you kind of just bent her nose around and asked her to move that hind quarter, so she's kind of thinking, what does he want me to do? Instead of just like, hey, let's go. And then they cut in two. So now she knows, okay, he asked me to do something, give me some relief. Let's go the other way. No, she didn't move her hind. She moved more of her front, but she moved.
So yeah, you don't necessarily need them to just move out all of a sudden and just
You could.
lope out for no reason. He's trying to get her to use the thinking side of her brain before anything, and that's basically.
Now I'll just ask her to move wherever.
Yeah, basic horsemanship. You want them to use the thinking side of their brain instead of just being reactive all the time. And if she moves out, he's not gonna jerk on her or make her go a certain way. He just wants to get her feet moving wherever she goes. That's okay. She seems pretty relaxed.
Yeah. Don't need to push her too hard. I scare her and she throws me off, then she'd be kind of scared for a bit.
Yeah, sometimes if these colts throw you off, they get boogered after that. Not to mention yourself.
Yeah, and then it screws yourself up like,
Yeah.
dang, I thought I could ride. Sucker threw me off.
Sometimes I'll go in there and I'll push him around pin.
Yeah, but we don't need to get her all bored out. It's getting dark and get cold,
Yeah.
so the less sweat, the better.
She has a really pretty face.
Yeah. I like to get him going around, trotting, loping, but you don't have to. I used to kind of, because I used to just ride him 30 days. In 30 days, I tried to cram in a lot of stuff. Try to get him really good. And 30 days isn't very much.
Yeah. That's why we do 90 now.
Yeah, I pushed the other horses pretty hard.
Look at Lincoln. He's
I
like,
pushed myself.
Lincoln's like, come on. Let's have some action.
pulling on me. I want to get her where she relaxes her neck. She still has pressure there. I mean, she's moving her feet, but I want her to relax that neck. That's a little bit.
Somebody knows you're in your office, so they're calling your office phone. Lost my light when I zoomed out. All right. That's about it for her day 1. I don't know her name. I'm gonna have to ask her name. See, guys, that's about how dark it actually is.